This is also the most difficult part. It's gonna fall off. Oh, I mean, I used to do this. Yeah. Hi, my name is Manu, and welcome to Pour the Random. Today, I'm gonna show you the books that I have accumulated over this quarantine period on the last, I think, 3 months, almost 3.5. Some of these books I have already showed you on my last video. Some of them, the majority of them, you haven't seen. So we are going to start right now because it's gonna be probably a really long video. And we're gonna start with Dracula by Bram Stoker. This is a book that I've been wanting to read for so long. I can't really say that I'm a horror fan without having read this. And well, I have it now, and I cannot wait to read it. I do plan on reading it, I think, this month or next month. I don't know, but it's high up on my TBR list. The next book that I'm going to mention is a book that I'm so excited for. It was given to me, and I'm probably going to keep telling you that I'm so excited for these books. But for this one, I'm so, super excited. I know that a lot of people like this book. The book that I'm mentioning is Norwegian Wood by Haruki Murakami. I have never read a book that was written by a Japanese author. I think this is about this guy who was about to take a plane and he hears this song from the Beatles, Norwegian Wood, and he starts remembering about this girl who killed herself that he liked, and then starts reminiscing these memories from the past, and that's what it's about. I really like books that really make you think and that make you feel. And I know this is one of those books, so I know I'm gonna like it. Just cannot wait to read it. The next two books are by David Lutfin. The first one that I'm gonna mention is Two Boys Kissing. I know this is a book about two boys that are in a kissing competition to be to set the world's record for longest kiss. And this sounds really interesting. I mean, it's a really short read. I do plan on reading it soon, I don't know when. I know this book's gonna be adorable, different, and just something I'm not used to. I have read another book by David Lutfin. It was Love is a Higher Law. It's not that I didn't like that book. I enjoyed it on a minimal amount. I gave it 3 stars. Not my favorite book, but enjoyed it a little bit. The next one is Every Day by David Lutfin. This is a book about every day it wakes up on a different body, and well, it's just about that, about experiences he's had, the favorite people he's been with, I guess, or yeah, I don't really know how to say it properly. But this book really reminded me of Your Name. This Japanese movie that's about this girl and guy who exchanged bodies for a certain amount of time, and it has really magical elements, and Every Day reminded me a lot of that movie that I love, so that's why I bought it. And it's on my top TBR list for now. The last book that I bought most recently has been History is All You Left Me by David Lutfin. I don't know if I'm gonna read it soon. I wanted to read it when I bought it 3 months ago. Maybe I'm gonna read it soon, I don't really know. Probably at the end of the year, I think, when Christmas and happiness and all that shit. The next few books are books that aren't necessarily gifts, but books that have been given to me at one point, I think on March, I don't remember correctly, but those are the first, well, not the first, but 4 books out of the Narnia Chronicles by C.S. Lewis. We have the first one, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. The first one is The Magician's Nephew, that got cracked in the middle because I was reading it, and then I stopped reading it because I was afraid all of them were gonna, do this. The third one is A Horse and His Boy. The 4th one is Prince Caspian. And the fifth one is the Voyage d'un Trader. However you call that, say it, I don't know. These I do plan on reading soon. I plan on buying physically the second book, which is The Witch, the whatever closet, and you know what I mean. The book that inspired the movie. I don't have it here. I mean, I could basically read 1, 3, 4, and 5 because I already know the story of the second one. But still, I want to read all of these 7 books on a whim, you know? So I need to buy the second one and then read I think it's the 6th and the 7th online or on Kindle. I mean on my computer. The same friend that gave me the Chronicles of Narnia gave me the first 2 books in the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series. The first one is The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. I was excited about this 3 months ago again. Right now, I don't know, I might read it next month because I am getting in that mood for YA fantasy, but I don't really know. The second one is The Sea of Monsters. Almost forgot that. For this one, I am excited though, because I've seen the movie of The Lightning Thief, but I haven't seen, there isn't a movie for this book. So I'm excited to read this one, not necessarily the first one. Before my university closed because of coronavirus, there was this thing where there were a bunch of books laid on the floor at the library, and you basically exchange a book you didn't like or a book, whatever book, for a book that was there. I exchanged a lot of books, books that I knew that I wasn't going to read or that I read that I didn't like. The first book that I have here is a book that I have already mentioned on the last video, and it is A Girl with a Dragon Tattoo by Stieg Larsson. I'm not going to say much about it, just this is a mystery and I'm excited to read it. Next we have a book that I'm so excited to read because I love the movie, and it is The Help by Catherine Stockett. I think that's how you say it, but I'm not sure. I don't really want to I don't really feel like telling you about The Help is gonna make you read this book. I'm pretty sure you wanted to read the movie. Watch the movie. You have already watched it, or maybe you have already read this book. But you know what this is about, so let's leave it at that. The next book is a compilation of William Shakespeare. I have read Hamlet, Othello, and another of his plays. It's one of my favorite books. Even if it's a play, it's one of my favorite books. Othello is one of my favorites ever. It is so genius and fantastic and it makes me cringe a little bit because of Iago. That's all I'm gonna say. I speak Spanish and English, so this book is in Spanish. But I have read Hamlet from here, and I really want to read Romeo and Juliet and A Midsummer's Night Dream. I think A Midsummer's Night Dream is gonna be one of my favorites, but for me, Shakespeare is really hit or miss for me. So we shall see. Then we have a book that I have already read, but I read when I was like 10, so I want to reread this book because I almost don't remember anything. And it is Anna and Anne Frank, The Diary of a Young Girl. So yeah, this really needs no introduction. I really want to read it. Then we have Airhead by Meg Cabot. I don't really understand why I got this. This is so not my type of read, but I think it was the channel Pathfoot and Prongs. This girl, she used to do book a long time ago. Raylene said this was a pretty good book, so I picked it up. Well, I exchanged the book for one that I didn't like, and I got this. I don't know if I'm ever gonna read it. The last book that I have on my used books section is The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton. I have a friend who really, really loves this book. I know this is about 2 gangs. One was on the richer side and one on the poorer side. I know it's gonna be bigger than that because this is a book that has been praised by a lot of people that I know. So yeah, I'm just excited to read a classic. I really am into classics lately. So yeah, this. The last few books I'm going to mention are books that I already mentioned on my previous video, but I am just gonna, kind of put them here because they are new. We have Lord of the Flies by William Golding. I really want to read this. I know this is about kids on an island, survivor, not the show, but survival, and that's what I know. Then we have a book that I said I was going to read it, I read it, and I loved it. It was And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. I gave this 5 stars. It was so good. This was my official first mystery novel, and for being my first, I enjoyed it very much. It's actually very similar to a book that I have read recently, which is The Hunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. Both about invitations to this house. This one is about an island and the house, and this one is about a house in a very small town. This one is straight on like mystery since the beginning. You don't know what's going on, you don't know why these things are happening. Like at the beginning, I mean the first 50, 80 pages were a little slow. After the first death, I'm just gonna say it. It says so here. After the first death, it all kind of falls like dominoes. It is really interesting. This I gave 4 out of 5 stars. Thought it was good, but it didn't fulfill my expectations for this. Yeah, I like you, but it was more because of the character build-up and how the main character kind of went crazy little by little. Those are all of the books that I have for you today. I wanted to thank all of the people who left a comment on my last video. It really made my day, honestly. Just people who knew me, who missed me, who missed not really me, the channel, making videos about books and about soon other topics. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want. If you think movies, books, and other topics are of your liking. Hope you have a great day, and goodbye.